All right, recording started, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bourbon and Boxing. I'm your host, Jeff, man. I want to thank you guys for joining us for a special edition on Wednesday. We got a Thursday fight with Teofimo Lopez going up against Jamaine Ortiz for the WBO welterweight junior fight, title fight. And I also got me a co-host finally, man. Took forever. Been waiting on my guy, man, for a long time. I knew I needed a co-host, and I knew who it was. Only one dude, my guy Spade, man. Go ahead and
What's
tell
up?
everybody
What's
about
up?
yourself, man. Just introduce yourself. Let him know who you are. He knows his boxing. We met
What's up?
working together and shit, man. So
Yeah. What's up, man? My name's Spade, man. I'm just, I'm a boxing fan, a real boxing fan. I ain't gonna say I'm no historian, but I know a lot.
yeah,
I know a lot, man. I could talk.
that's
I
it.
could
I already
talk
know he
boxing.
does, man. We spend
Yes,
the whole
yes,
shift talking about that shit. He
yeah,
hit me to a few guys I ain't know about either.
yeah,
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 yeah.
man.
But yeah, man. As you know, we got this big ass card coming up tomorrow, man. Super Bowl weekend, so they're gonna have the big fight on Thursday this week. Top Rank's gonna be presenting that. It's gonna be a late card, in Las Vegas, starting about 10:30, man, with a pretty nice little co-main event on it. Also, uh, man, my opinion is I think Teo's the harder puncher, the more power puncher. These guys are pretty, I mean, pretty. They're pretty close in their styles. They both
Yeah,
got footwork. They're very active in the ring with a lot of hand speed,
yeah,
but I think Jermaine lacks the power that Teo has, and I think if he tries to square up in the middle of the ring like he did against Loma, then Teo's gonna sleep it. That's my opinion, man. I think Teo with the power holds the advantage in this fight.
yeah. I got Teo too. That's one of my favorite fighters. Top five in this generation right now. He one of my favorite. But I just say I think he gonna win, man. He I think he just big. I feel like he just growing. Like
Dude, yeah,
dude just coming up from 135 for real. Like he ain't even
yeah,
give his body time to even, you had
yeah.
you had a good fight against Loma. Was that his last fight? I can't.
No, he had his last fight, man. He showboated against Josh Taylor, boy. He put an ass
No,
whooping
no,
on Josh Taylor.
not T.O., but
Oh,
Jermaine.
Jermaine, yeah,
Yeah,
Jermaine's last fight, as far as I remember, was Loma. That's the last
see?
one that I remember
And that
seeing
was
him
at
in
135, and you coming.
coming
Tio
up.
ain't nothing
Yeah.
to play with, man.
No,
He
he's
was,
gonna have to stay active, but
yeah,
Once Teo starts, I think, getting into mid
his
rounds,
rhythm,
breaking him down a little
yeah,
bit, letting him
yeah,
throw those punches because Jermaine stays active and he's got the stamina. He'll go 12 rounds with you. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because he can go all 12. I like his foot movement.
right,
I think instead of squaring up against Teo, he needs to be more active, move around the ring, make Teo chase him down a little bit, fight off of his back foot, hope to catch him with a nice little counter, man. That's what I would do if I was Jermaine in that situation against a heavier puncher and
right,
Teo. But he might think that, hey, I can punch with this guy. You know what I mean?
right,
And, in boxing takes one punch sometimes. We saw that happen in the Kambosa fight.
yeah,
Teo got laid down in the first or second round in that fight. Uh, you know, so
yeah,
I
man.
mean, I think he's got if his mind's right, I
I,
mean,
yeah,
Teo's the
I just
top.
ain't seen him enough for Jermaine though. Like I just ain't, I can't really say. I seen the Loma. I felt like he won for real.
He fought
Me,
well
me
against
honest,
Loma.
me
He
honestly,
threw more punches. He
yeah,
landed more punches.
yeah. I
Uh,
liked that fight for him, but I just haven't seen enough. You get what I'm saying? And for him to
yeah,
move
yeah,
up to 140 with Teo already accomplishing what he accomplished, I don't think it's just gonna be. It ain't gonna be none. It ain't gonna be a walk in the park for him. It's gonna be
yeah,
real hard. And
yeah,
dude is like, I like Teo character though, man. Like how he
yeah,
building himself, and I feel like he gonna be able to go to 147 and be dominant too for real.
man. I want that Crawford fight for him because he's got that super champ. Now we know Crawford gonna whoop him. I'm
Woo,
sorry,
yeah,
Crawford's that guy.
yeah,
Now, as much as I love Teo, he's that
yeah,
dude. All right.
yeah,
Now he's got that super champ stamp on him, to where he
yeah.
can jump to 147 and not have to lose any of his belts at 140,
Right.
and allows him to be the automatic mandatory if he chooses to do it,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
would put him over Boots also. But all
Yeah.
he had to do is just make that move to it. And I think, like, I don't know how to, like, they kind of came out of left field with this super champ thing. And
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really know exactly, in my opinion, how it works. Now they're saying you can move up and you don't lose your belts and you're the
Oh yeah,
automatic
yeah, yeah,
mandatory.
yeah, 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 yeah,
They did
yeah,
that with Navarrete too, but then he
yeah,
moved to 135 and then
yeah,
ducked the Shakur fight. He gonna fight
yeah.
somebody else now. That's
Yeah,
but
man. I was like, damn.
like, come on, man. That's a fight I called the 2024 fight of the year, him
Yeah,
and Shakur. I said it's gonna happen. Watch. And
that
then
I
he
thought it was
ducks him.
gonna happen too, but I ain't.
Yeah.
I I thought it was gonna happen, but I see Sakura picking him apart though, cause he take a lot of punches. He run right and he give them, but he run into a lot of punches. And but
He's the most unorthodox
yeah,
guy I've ever seen in my life. And he looks it shouldn't happen, but it happens. He'll throw an uppercut from halfway across the
yeah,
ring and
yeah,
connect with a guy. And you're like, you
yeah. I
shouldn't
like
be
him
able to
though.
do that. Like that's just
I
not
I like him, but I think Shakur picking apart and somebody with like power, like if he was to fight a tank, he'd stop him because
tank.
this how
Yeah.
he come too forward. Like he come
Yeah, yeah.
forward,
He
but
comes in and he doesn't protect his
his
chin.
fake, yeah, he don't protect himself, but he
No,
could
no,
take
he
it. But when you find somebody that got that
that's
explosive
what I've been
power,
saying when he in his fights where he takes a lot of damage, and he takes a lot of damage most of his fights because he
right?
doesn't defend himself. He leaves himself open for those big punches, and he
Yeah,
takes them. I'm like, at some point, somebody's going to be that heavy puncher, and they're going to sleep you with that punch.
yeah,
But like watching him, man, right now he's actually my favorite fighter. Navarrete
oh yeah,
is. Yeah, he's just a freak, man. It's just
yeah. He
not
nice
natural,
though.
bro.
He nice. He
The
nice.
way he moves, but I feel like Concession might have found the way to fighting. When he
He,
fought Concession, he had that jab rhythm that he timed him every time Navarrete came
oh,
in.
his
He was
last
pop,
fight.
pop. Yep,
The
yep, and
last
he
fight,
just
yeah,
yep,
yeah. Dude could have won if he would have pressed a little
yeah.
bit more gas on him, but he
Concession
didn't. His
never
gas,
he never fights a full fight. That's
yeah,
his biggest thing. He
okay,
should have beat
yeah,
Valdez in that fight, and then he
okay,
stopped fighting after the 7th round
yeah,
and just stopped. And then he
yeah,
thought he still wanted to fight, and I'm like, bro, you stopped fighting after the 7th round. There was
yeah,
12 rounds of this fight. Like he's done that in every fight I've seen him in. He's
yeah.
got all the talent out there, but he just doesn't finish a fight. But he showed something that you might be able to use against a guy like Navarrete by staying consistent and timing him because
Right.
he's easy to time. Concession showed that. So,
Hmm.
but
That's what I'm
Jermaine,
saying. Like him fighting Shakur pick him apart because he could time him. He got the jab, and he ain't gonna be touching Shakur with all that wild, crazy,
nah,
all
they're
that. That
not gonna
shit
let
ain't.
him. You know,
That
if you
shit
watch
ain't.
the film, I think people are gonna start catching on. I mean, but he's what, like 35 fights in, something like that.
Yeah,
He's not new to the game.
yeah. He nice
He's
though.
officially has moved up to the 135,
Yeah, he
so I
moved up.
guess he
Yeah,
vacated
yeah,
his belts.
yeah.
But he didn't take that what just I'm like, but then his trainer's like, "Oh, Shakur's a boring fighter, his promoter, like he's a boring fighter." People are running with that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and we talked earlier about Shakur, like he's one of my favorite.
Mhm.
I've watched him for a while. I've been telling
Mhm.
people about Shakur. I hyped him up in his last fight, and I was like, man, something wasn't right with him. Like,
Yeah,
there's
you
no
can
way, because
tell.
that's not who he is. Now
Yeah,
he's not the most offensive display. Like
yeah,
he is more of a defensive style fighter.
yeah. Counter puncher, but you could tell though by like when he was his like he wasn't letting his left hand go. You could tell when somebody ain't letting the left hand go and it's right there for you to
Yeah,
let go.
yeah, yeah,
Like they was trying to make it seem like nah, he's scared to get hit. Dude went like he said, dude was the power puncher. He should have been pressuring him more than anything. You
yeah.
know what I'm
And I think
saying?
he
So
threw less than Shakur did.
yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. So,
that's what I was like when people were talking, and he was at the end of the fight talking about I should have won it. I'm like, how would you have won that fight? You didn't even really throw no. You weren't
and he
active
beat
at
you with
all.
one hand.
Yeah, like he literally exactly, he beat you with one hand, and, I mean, it just didn't make sense for, like and then the criticism he took on that, I thought was not, not the kind of criticism. People don't really look at every aspect, man, and then they tore him apart on that, man. They
Yeah,
literally had this kid, he's out here, like, talking about, "I'm gonna retire." You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, "Fuck the sport of boxing." Well, he can't get the fights he wants either. That damn, come on, man, that fight against Frank Martin, that would have been a banger, and I'm sorry, people
That
sleep
would have
on
been the
Frank.
one he needed.
Yeah, people sleep on Frank. Frank reminds me like he watched a lot of Loma. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Frank
Frank
does.
are all right. Frank are all right. He
Yeah, I
all right.
like him a lot.
He all right.
But man, on that going into that, like you said, you're taking Teo versus
Mhm.
Ortiz. I'm gonna
Mhm.
take Teo myself, man. I think I take him by KO. I really do because I
Knockout.
think if Jamaine stands in the pocket with him and tries a punch with Teo, Teo's going to outpunch him. And once Teo
Body
gets
shot.
moving, just unreal.
You think he gonna stop him with a body shot?
I think a body shot, that's real possible because that's something Loma didn't do was test Jermaine's body that much.
Yeah,
He was hitting him with good counters and pivots, but he really wasn't testing him like that. And Loma has a lot of those pillow punches.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate
That,
that
yeah,
shit,
that
man.
tap,
Like, I
tap,
noticed
tap.
that in
Yeah,
that fight. I was
yeah,
recapping watching that fight earlier just to recap it again, and he's just pillow, and I'm like, I hate those little pillow
yeah,
punches, man. Like
yeah,
that's stupid. Like, what are you doing with those? Like, just
yeah,
trying to distract him. I don't know, but
yeah.
I'm taking Lopez. You taking Lopez in that one, man. The co-feature, of course, we know is Keyshawn Davis. You've been a big fan of his. I think you pretty much hit me to him and his brother. You
Yeah,
said check these dudes out. I went and
yeah,
checked them out, and then eventually, they started being on that. They signed with Top Rank,
yeah.
and I've been super impressed with Davis. I see him as a Frank Martin, almost similar style fighter as Martin is.
Mhm,
Smaller, fast, good ring IQ. But once
mhm.
again, I think he lacks a little bit of power, and maybe he proves me wrong in this fight against Pedraza. I think he can almost outbox anybody, but I think his lack of power, almost like a Duke Reagan, who I'm a big fan of, a Cincinnati dude.
Man,
Uh,
yeah.
he has that ability, man. Like he's in there, he can box your head off, but like a little bit of lack of the power is what I see
Gotta
with
have the
Keyshawn.
power, man.
I think, yeah, not only
I
for
don't,
the ring aspect, but the fan aspect. I think that brings in.
I don't think he liked the power. I think his killing instinct just went down a little bit. Like finishing. Like he too patient. Like
Yeah,
when he,
yeah.
I think he just too patient sometimes. Like he be too patient when he can really get somebody out of there. He just so patient, like which is cool. I know he got some power behind this. He got some power behind it. I just think he too patient. Like
Yeah, I see that in the ring also whenever, like you said, when he gets a guy on the ropes and he's got a guy
yeah, he
wobbly
trying
and
to
he doesn't go
yeah,
into
he
just
just
instinctively to finish the job,
yeah,
almost as if he backs off a little bit,
yeah,
lets the guy recover, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like kill that to go in and
yeah,
finish him up,
mhm,
tattoo him up like almost like I'm not a big Ryan Garcia fan, but how he did,
yeah,
Duarte in that fight.
yeah,
Once he finally stopped doing that stupid shoulder roll that he was horrible at, you know what I mean? He
yeah.
tattooed him with a nice little counter to finish him up. But then once he had him wobbly, he finished the
Mhm.
job. And that's what Keyshawn, if he could learn how to do that, like this Pedraza fight, man, it's a scary fight for Davis, man.
You
It
think
really
so?
is, man. I
Ain't
mean, he's a
Pedraza's
two
the one?
division champion. He's older. He's more of a vet style fighter now.
Yeah,
He's definitely, I feel like he's going to be the test that Davis needs. He's going to look back at this fight and definitely be like, that's the fight I needed in my career.
yeah.
To really, really test him and get him to that to show people where he's at level wise. He needs this fight big time, but he's got to watch out for Draza. You know what I mean? He's
That's
a
the one Tank
savvy
beat,
vet
right?
fighter, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tank ended up Tank beating, but he's just a savvy vet, man. He's been in it for a while.
Yeah,
He's wear and tear. He can take some punches, and Davis has got to be careful not to, like you said, get too patient, let your guard down, get too comfortable in the ring because this guy
yeah.
will make you pay for it.
Okay.
No doubt.
All right, so this a good fight for real. This is gonna be a step up fight for real. Yeah, it ain't just well. I know he ain't just fighting no bum like, but yeah, he probably he need this though. I feel like he need this man to see where he at. But I just don't like how slow Top Rank move they fighters, man. It seems like they move them a little
God,
bit
I'm
too
telling you,
slow.
baby
They
step.
got
They
so much
baby them.
talent over there.
Unbelievable amounts of talent, and they will
So
baby
much.
the shit out of them, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
unreal. Like it's one of my biggest pet peeves about Top Rank is they will put them in against some straight taxi drivers.
Yeah.
Taxi drivers, bro. That you're like, why the fuck is this guy even in the
Yeah.
ring? Like
Yeah.
literally, he just pulled up in the cab. They said, "Hey, you, come on, let's
Yeah.
fight." And dude was
Nah.
like, "All right, let's do it." But
Yeah.
that's what I hate about Top Rank, and I think that's where like, with a guy like Pedraza, it shows me that Keyshawn's probably pushing for that fight because he knows that he doesn't wanna be babied into it at
Nah,
certain
yeah.
points. I think once
Yeah.
you're 9 fights in, man, you gotta start really testing your guy. He's gotta
Yeah.
step up each fight after that, and if a fighter doesn't learn from every single fight from 9, 10, 11, 12 fights on, that, something they could do better, something they can work on, something they were tested on, then you're
Mhm.
not really challenging your fighter, man. You're just kind of
Right.
out there to make money off of that guy. It doesn't do them any good because I mean, God, they got uh, who's the Tiger kid?
Tiger Johnson from Cleveland.
Tiger Johnson. Yeah,
Mhm.
they put him up. Now his last fight was a better competition, a step up in competition. But
Yeah.
they did the same thing. They literally the fight before that, he was in there against a dude that I was like, "The fuck, man!" Like this dude looked like he weighed like 300 pounds, out of shape. Just it was horrible. I was like, "Why is like what? Why did they put him in against these guys?" Doesn't make much sense. But guys like that with that type of talent, Abdullah Mason,
Yeah.
his level of talent, you see it in him.
They
So
moving him
there's no
fast though.
question
I ain't
about.
even. He got more fights than Keyshawn. I ain't even know that.
Damn, really? I
Yeah.
thought he was under Keyshawn. Did they come up around the
Uh,
same time?
he came Keyshawn. He came after Keyshawn, but Keyshawn, he was supposed to fight. They probably like he probably started a couple fights before Abdullah, but they've been moving him fast. He been fighting like an amateur. Like he
Yeah,
he see like he
yeah.
fight every month.
Man, I feel like and that's what, we saw, Big Baby Anderson do last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he stepped it up. He
He
fought
slowed
almost 4
down now,
times
bro.
last year. You know what I mean? And now he'll slow it down this year, but he's definitely got it. I like him as a heavyweight big time.
Yeah, I
Big
love
time
him.
fan of him, man.
I
Wanna see
love
him
him.
step up because there's plenty of guys he can fight in that top 10.
Yeah.
I think a fight against a guy like Parker is a good challenge for him. Parker's got I think even look, the Deontay Wilder Parker fight, I think overhyped Parker
Okay. Yeah.
because Dante was just that bad that it made
Yeah.
Parker look that good, man, and not taken away from a win against Parker, but I just felt like I've
Yeah.
seen Parker too many times, and he doesn't ever look like that good. Just like Dubai looking that good against, Jarrett Miller. He's not that
Yeah.
good. Miller
Yeah.
was just that bad, bro. Like, Miller
Yeah.
shouldn't even be in boxing. Like, that
Right.
that guy, 3 failed steroid tests. Like, he's short.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need to be in the sport. Like,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, so, look, man, I'm gonna call, and it's crazy, and I don't wanna do it, but I might call an upset because Pedraza scares me against a guy like Keyshawn for me, honestly. But Keyshawn, I want him to prove me wrong. I don't want
Yeah.
him to lose, but I want
Right.
him to prove me wrong. But
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
want.
call an
Yeah.
upset, and I'm
I
gonna
get
say
it.
Pedraza is gonna upset Davis, man. That's my call on that fight. Who you going with?
I gotta go with Keyshawn, man.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just feel like he got something to prove, man. He seemed like he focused, more focused. You see, he ain't really been talking like far as like I follow him on Instagram, so I ain't really been seeing him go live like he been focused. He been talking like he focused, so hopefully he focused and he ready for this fight, man. This what he want. You got to
This
go
is a
get it.
step up fight.
You
Yeah,
got to
this
go
is a
grab it,
fight.
man.
Gonna put him on the map. Gonna let people know because you know how many people are gonna be watching this fight Thursday in Vegas.
Man, I know
He's
I
gonna
am.
have some attention, bro. That place is packed right now. My buddy's over there, and
I
I'm like,
can't.
bro, go to the fight, get some tickets, and then get me some shots. I'll pay you for that shit, man. So
Yeah,
you put it on the show. And he's like, man, I can't even find tickets to it. So I
yeah,
mean, that's gonna be a packed and a great chance for him to a platform for him to really showcase who he is. Uh, I mean, and I as much as I don't want to go against him and I want him to prove me wrong, I just feel
yeah,
like I feel in my stomach like Pedraza is a dangerous fight for him right now. But like you said, he's got to take that step up. So I can't fault him for it at all. It's definitely what he needed, man. There's a couple other undercards on that. I didn't really look them up because the 2 main events stood out more to me than
yeah. They
anything, man. I was like,
stand
man,
out. Yeah,
those right there, that's hard to beat that.
yeah.
Uh, like you said, we got they do have Abdullah Mason on that card, which hypes
Mhm,
me up because I'm a huge Abdullah Mason fan. Like I said, that
mhm,
kid showcases a lot of talent, man. Uh,
mhm.
his hand speed, I mean, he's a good boxer, right? Like he's got what it takes, I think. And what division is he in? Is he a lightweight or
I think he feather. I think he featherweight. Like he won. I think he won. Hold on. He ain't one. He might be 130. So
man,
what's
if he's
that?
130, boy, you got some good guys. What's his name down there at 130 right now? Who I
I think
just
he
watched.
130.
Like Rocky Hernandez, I think is down there. That dude's tough. What's his name? I called it the fight of the year. Shocky Foster. Bro, that dude, Shocky Foster and Hernandez fight. I don't know if you watched that, bro.
I ain't know that. I gotta
That
give
fight
it.
right there, man. That he Shockey went down to all the way down to Mexico to fight this dude in his backyard. They call him the freaking Mexican Rocky. That's why they call him Rocky Hernandez. Dude's like 27-0, 27 KOs, and fucking hell of a fight, bruh. And of course, Shockey won it. And then the 11th round was probably the most epic round you ever see in your life, man. I called it my fight of the year for 2023 by far. But yeah, before I get too far off the subject, man, this shit pops up in my head. I start going other
It's
routes.
cool. I just looked it up. I think he a lightweight.
If he is, man, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
he
there. But
11 now.
Shockey
He
boss
11 now. Oh, they've been moving him fast though, but they know
yeah.
what they got out of him.
Oh
But
yeah, you can see it in him,
I
bro.
call him. All them people like Shakur, no disrespect, to all them, but this the baby pretty boy Floyd right here. He got it. He got it all. The power to be little, all that. He coming to kill you. He ain't trying to. Yeah, I like him.
His size and length is nice, also, man.
Yeah,
He utilizes his jab a lot.
Yeah,
he's a hell of a fighter, man. He seemed like you said he's got those combos. Another dude like that. Did you hear the news about Subaru Mateus leaving PBC and moving over to Matchroom now?
Is that Mateus from Cleveland too?
Nah, that's the boy from Puerto Rico who that fighter died in that fight. Like, dude's got massive power.
I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, they said. Yeah, they was. I was listening to something earlier. Who was that they was talking to? They was talking to when Teo was getting interviewed and he was asking about Mateus. And they said he killed somebody in the ring or something like that.
Yeah. Dude's got, I mean, if you watch him, like he plays possum for 2 rounds, 3 rounds on everybody, and he just lets them go to town on him, and he defends himself. Man, once he gets to the 4th round, this dude unloads fucking power punches and combos like you've never seen in your fucking life.
You gotta send me his name so I can look him up.
Yeah,
I heard Bill Haney talking something about him too.
Like nobody really wants a part of him. Now they need to match him up against Arthur Barboza. That's who they need to match him up with. Now that he's with Matchroom, I think they can make that. Barboza, he's got a lot of power to. That would be a hell of a fight. I would favor Mateus in that fight, but that would be a great matchup of 2 younger guys coming up trying to get up there, because I don't think Mateus is he's that dangerous fight where going in. Even if you're Devin Haney, it doesn't matter who you are in that lightweight division. Mateus is a 50-50 fight for anybody.
Yeah, they're gonna try to
and I would almost I favor him over Devin just because of his power. Because I don't think Devin has been tested power-wise. Nobody. I mean, he got tested on his chin in a fight like a few years ago, but it wasn't nothing like I mean, he hasn't been tested. Like he hasn't.
He need to fight Teo. That's gonna be his test right there.
They said they fought a lot in the amateurs, and for some reason, the Haney camp keeps closed on. They're like, oh yeah, we like the Lopez. We get along with them. All this, we train with them, but they keep close knit on the training camps and what happened in any of the fights. Like they don't really talk about it. So I'm wondering if it's like one of those things where they're like, look, we've been there and we don't think we could take this guy. But I mean, Devin, man, I'm going to tell you right now, people don't like this dude, but he's a fucking
he looked good, bro.
Look how good he looked at 140. Like, man, he put that weight on and he wore it right, bro. Right, he wore it right.
Good, bro.
Dude's a monster.
Like him just because he challenging himself though, but they know how to pick it though. Like
dude, I love how he's doing it.
They know, like they watching your style. Like they know. Come on,
man. Yeah, they know who they want to match him up against right
now.
They
be trying to talk about Tank, but y'all sit back and y'all watch or y'all get them at the right time. I've been
go after the weaker champ. What is Loma doing right now? He's going after the easy belt with Kambosa. Just so he can get him a belt back. Kambosa's the easiest belt.
And then I feel like Devin, like after this, you supposed to be calling out. You and Teo supposed to be going at it after this, right here, after this fight. If Teo come out victorious, that fight supposed to be next. Don't nobody want
that should be next, in my opinion.
Unless you fighting Tank, don't nobody want to see nothing else.
He's gonna fight Garcia next, and I think that's an easier fight.
I'll watch it.
I'm gonna watch that. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing, man. Derek James, you could see the difference in Garcia with Derek James and the small amount of time he's had with him. Now it gets him a little bit longer in a Devin fight. Maybe we see a little bit different, but I think in my opinion, Ryan Garcia is who Ryan Garcia is. He's
Yeah,
always going to go back to his bad habits.
yeah.
He's always going to drop that hand and get caught with that overhand right because he drops it every time he throws that left. It's just I think who he was in the amateurs is who he is in the pro level. Like they
Mm-hmm.
said him and Devin, I think, split their amateur 6-6 fights like 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen Devin progress and got better in his pro career. I don't think I've seen any progression from Garcia from his amateur to his pro. He still ranks in the same. I mean, when he was literally that shoulder roll he was doing in
That
that
shit
last
was
fight,
garbage.
that's what a guy's doing. Like, if you're not Floyd Mayweather, just don't do it, man. That dude,
You
like,
got to know how to do it. He was doing it and curling up.
he
Like
was
you
doing
gotta
it and then putting his back
bending
to it.
down. Like you got
Yeah,
to
that's
like
showing me that you don't know how to defend against an attack. And
yeah.
you're what? That many fights into your pro career, you should know how to take on a guy who's coming at you with aggression, and he's a more aggressive fighter. You got to know how to defend against that. And I know Derek James in the fight, he's telling him like, stop doing that, like stop doing
Yeah,
that. He's in the corner like, fucking stop, bro, like don't do that. And then finally, when he got him to listen, said set back, let him attack, catch him with a counter punch, and that's exactly what the fuck he did to him. But he's got to listen, in my opinion, for him. I think he's too social media, too pretty boy, wants to be out there in that type of world more than he is
chasing the
into
money,
boxing. Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
the
He
money,
make his money in the sport, you know what I mean, off of his name. But I think Devin tears him to pieces, man.
picking him
Boxing.
apart.
Yep.
Cause his knockout power ain't all that like they say it is.
Nah.
He
He's got
got
to catch you
flash,
with it.
but
He's
you
got to
got
catch you with
he. If you fighting somebody that know how to fight, you ain't that shit ain't working.
it. Yeah.
That
I mean, we
hook,
saw it with Tank. They can,
you only got a hook with power. You don't got no
yeah.
straight, no upper.
Nah, you don't set it up anyway. He just kind of like throws it out there
You
like
don't bend
he's
down. You ain't you up high. Like you
his
ain't
chin,
down and
man.
flexible with it. Like
He holds his chin so high that I'm like, bro, like you're just asking, and like when he backs up, like this every time he takes his
and
chin up,
then Tank
and I'm like,
already
bro.
exposed you. He showed you where you
Well,
got to
I
hit
think
him at.
Tank, like people sleep on Tank. Everybody talks about he ain't, he don't have a belt, and he ain't fighting this guy and that guy. I mean, Tank, I think he's smart. He's a lot smarter than what people realize he is. He's calculated on who he wants to fight and why take more risk than what he has to if he's going to still make the money.
Right,
And it sucks because at the end of your career, people are going to say, "Who did you fight?"
right.
They
But
are going to say that. But his resume ain't garbage. I mean,
nah, it's just like that.
but they just try to downgrade every good dude he beats. Oh, Isaac Cruz wasn't that good.
But
Pitbull Cruz is a beast.
he
Like,
beating people that's undefeated.
yeah.
That
But then
everybody
once he beats
always try
them,
to hype up. You
yeah,
know what I'm
and then
saying?
once he beats them,
He
they
come and
unhype him.
just yeah, that's it. That's all he do.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
it
he do.
doesn't.
I don't feel like he not fighting nobody. Like, but at the end of the day, he's smart too. Don't nobody want to be paying no percentage on them belts, man.
No fucking way,
If I
Corey.
can make all
Yeah,
this money without paying no belt for them belts,
yeah. Them
I
silly
mean, but
ass fees
that's
that they
what's
have.
boxing about is the belts, but they got to make that shit right, man. Like you
Yeah,
got to
you
make it
gotta
right.
cut down the
You got to make it
belts,
right. Y'all giving motherfuckers belts and mailing people belts and
dude.
stripping people because
Email
they can't
belts
fight.
and
They should
fucking
never.
yeah.
I don't mess with the. I mean, Charlo. I don't think that. I ain't gonna say all that right now, but I don't feel like they should have stripped him of his belt, man. He just got done
At
fighting Canelo.
154, no way they should have stripped him. Not when you're
Yeah,
allowing his brother at 160 to hold belts, and he's
yeah,
clearly moving up to 160 or
yeah.
164 holding his belt. He's clearly moving to 168. Made it
Right,
clear, no intentions to go back down to 164, and you still haven't stripped him of his belts. Makes no sense when you got Carlos Adames waiting on those belts. You got Janovic waiting
yeah.
on those belts. Like there's too many guys. Well, not a lot at 164, but a couple of guys who definitely could be holding those belts. But to
Right,
strip his brother, and then I mean, you strip Crawford, the IBF, and that's
yeah.
why I said people better watch out for this heavyweight fight because the IBF they don't play around. They already told Usyk they didn't want to give him until February. They wanted him to fight Hergovich as mandatory, and the IBF will strip you if you don't fight him. But they told him, okay, we'll let you fight Fury in February, and then that fight got pushed back to May now, May 18th, I think it is, due to the cut
Okay.
on Fury's eyes. On Fury eye, his eye, he got cut in a sparring, which he got stitches. It looked like the same eye that Wallen hit him on also. But then
Yeah.
there's a bunch of shit out there that it's like they're showing different eyes or some shit.
They
But
said Big Jared Anderson did something to him before too in training.
they
Training
said he
camp.
got hemmed up this training, but he looked like he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Good and
Dude, a
bad for
beast
him.
though. He a bad
Uh,
motherfucker though. He a bad motherfucker. He's
he
smart.
is, man, but I think
He,
he takes his ability for granted.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? He
yeah.
gets
Be fucking around, man.
lazy at
He
times.
be
Like he was
fucking around. Yeah,
playing
he be
big
fucking around.
fluffy against Ngannou, and now you got everybody out there thinking Ngannou's this beast. He got a punch, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Joshua might expose Ngannou and put
Oh,
that
they
to
supposed
rest.
to be fighting?
Yeah, they find March March 17th, March 18th, something like that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
coming up, and that's got a pretty good card on it too. That one does. But yeah, he's gonna fight Ngannou. Then it was supposed to be Wilder and Zhang on the undercard,
I don't want
but
to see no Wilder, nothing.
they dismissed Wilder and then they brought in Parker in place of Wilder. And I'm not big on Parker. I think Zhang boxes his ears off, but I don't know. Like the whole heavyweight division to me, it's you got like of course Usyk, Fury. I would say Joshua gained my respect in the last year. I mean, he started from fighting lower level guys and
Hmm.
then kind of moved his way up, just stayed active. You know what I mean? And he looked good in his last fight. So we'll see what he can do against a guy like Ngannou. He's a big time puncher, man. But now that people have a little bit of film on him, you know what I mean? Like we'll see. He doesn't seem to he seems to showcase his big punch. Like he go like and he kind of goes in and looks like he's
Yeah.
ready to throw that big punch like
Right.
MMA. A guy like Joshua is not going to be
Sitting
stagnant
right there.
like
Yeah.
Fury waiting for you to throw. He's going to move, make
Yeah.
you come to him because he can fight off his back foot.
Right.
He's a hell of a boxer. So I think I definitely favor AJ in that one. But shit, other news. Of course, Crawford said he don't want to take that Boots fight. Boots don't have nothing to offer him. I think Boots got as far as if he's talking about selling tickets to the casuals, no. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what's your whole thought on this, man? Here's my thing. If I don't mind Crawford taking any fight outside of his division, right?
Right.
If he wants to be crazy enough to move up to 168, which I think his ability and skills would allow him to fight a guy like Canelo,
Hmm.
and he's the same height and all that. But the same thing, my same thing with Canelo. If these two guys say, "Hey, we want to fight each other in September," we're all going to watch that. There's
Right.
nobody, no boxing fan, no casual that's going to turn away from that fight.
Right.
We're all going to sit down. We're going to watch that fight. But I think both should have to give up their belts
I'm.
to fight
I'm.
that fight.
I feel like order for Boots to fight Bud right now, he got to fight Earl.
I think Earl or Stanonis, like, why have they not made the Stanonis fight with Boots? I don't get that at all, bro. Like, one bit, I have not been able to comprehend that in my head why these two, who were with the same stable at one point,
Oh, you talking about
never.
the? Oh, no. My
The one
bad.
that was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz twice, I think it was, and both times Virgil had health conditions, which made him move up to 154 eventually because of it.
Hmm.
But he's the dude that was supposed to fight him, and I'm pretty sure he's ranked number 3 on every WBO, WBC, WBA. I mean, all of them got him ranked in the top 3. So, I mean, that to me, that should be a mandatory fight
Dang,
for
how I
those
get
2.
that?
Like, that's how I thought it should have been. Those 2 versus each other, and then they fight. The winner would have the rights to fight Crawford, be the mandatory for Crawford. Uh, but I don't know, man. Like to me, if you're gonna fight each other at that weight, everybody's gonna watch it, but they both should have to forfeit it because you got too many guys waiting in line for the belts. I mean, you
Right.
got that welterweight division with Conor Ben coming back could be a really nice division. Mario Barro's moving up to 147. He's looking really good in his last fight. Of course, you got Stanonis, the other Stan. There's 2 of them in there, very similar names. Stanonis, and then of course, you got Boots up there. Errol Spence. Do you think Errol comes back at 147 though?
Nah.
Nah, I don't think he does either. I think he moves to 154. And in that 154, I mean, think about it. If Crawford even decides he wants to move up, the 154 is a beastie division, bro. If Crawford
Nah.
and
Yeah.
Spence
Right
both move
now.
up,
Yeah. Right now.
yeah, no doubt. Because you got Virgil Ortiz. who just moved up to 154. He looked pretty decent in his last fight. And then, of course, you got Tim Tszyu. You got Charlo moving back down to 154. If you got Spence going up and Crawford moving up, bro, that's going to be a hell of a fight, man. Like, that's going to be a hell of a division that can make some really good fights in that division.
Yeah, man, 154 gonna be nice.
Boy,
I just feel like though, Boots gotta he. It ain't that easy in boxing no more. You just ain't about to just oh yeah, give me Terrence Crawford. Nah, man, you got some miles to go, man. You gotta see like so. It kind of hurt with Sean Porter retiring, Keith Thurman moving up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then Spence he might move up. So it's like who we gonna fight to prove that he can really get that fight? Because I feel like he ain't got battle tested yet. Like he ain't got that pressure on him yet. I want to see
No,
pressure on you. I done seen you get
yeah.
wobbled, but dude that you fought when nothing. I forgot what's his name. Something man. I know AB was supposed to fight him a minute ago. I can't I can't think of dude's name, but he beat what's the name out of DC though. I can't think of his
I can't
name.
think of his name on his last fight either.
Nah, it ain't his last fight, but dude hurt him though, buzzed him, had
Oh,
him
okay.
like noodle legs. But I
All right.
gotta
I might
see,
not
I
have
just
caught
gotta
that
see.
one.
I think that's just too like it's too easy. And Terrence
Yeah.
Crawford ain't have it that easy. So he
Terrence.
not gonna make sure you get it that easy. You gotta
Nah,
put the
because
work
Terrence
in.
was ducked. Terrence was ducked. He was ducked. Like he
Yeah,
should have had
that's
that
what I'm
Spence fight.
saying.
He should have
He
had all
worked
them fights
hard for
years
he
and years. They wasted like 3 or 4 years of Bud's fucking career
come on,
because
man.
nobody wanted to fight and nobody
Come
wanted to give
on,
him that
man.
fight.
Like
Uh,
it don't work that easy. But the welterweight now division is like it's like now it's you feel me? At
and
first it
I
was
think, yeah, I think it's got like you got. I watched a guy over in the UK a couple of weeks ago, Crowder, who looks like a pretty tough dude coming up in that welterweight division. Connor Ben is back
you know
in the US
he won
now.
40 though, right?
What he's at he his last two fights were at 154 and 152. He fights at 147. Now he called out Mario Barros at 147.
So
That's his
he ain't just
original
fighting
weight.
at 140 at this
Uh
last fight.
no, his last fight that he just did against Dobson last weekend,
Yeah.
he didn't look that great. That was at
No, he did
152.
not.
Yeah, he
He
looked
beat. I'm like, what? He
he
be
looked he
talking
looked
all
bad.
that.
He
He
looked his power went. Dobson was a stone-footed, slow, non-active dude that he should have
man,
honestly knocked him out, tore him up.
listen.
Uh, but he didn't look good in that fight. I'm gonna admit that at all.
If
Like
AB don't go ahead and fight that boy,
they did tear him up. I think
you
he
think
lost.
so?
I think. Well, here's the thing, man. He's in that whole shit going on in the UK with him is all about a substance abuse.
That's
Now,
steroids.
man, before his last two fights, he was knocking motherfuckers out. He
Yeah,
knocked Chris Algieri out, something terrible, slept that dude who's a
yeah,
fucking good ass fighter. He slept this dude something terrible. He looked like this mega power puncher. Then he got in trouble before the Eubank fight. And
yeah,
his last two fights, he ain't knocked nobody out. And
yeah.
his power
That's
has
what
looked lacked and suspect. So it
that's what
makes
I'm
you think
saying.
like
So he
I
could
mean,
have
it
been. He
almost
could have.
looks obvious at this point, not
Mhm.
saying he was on steroids, but it almost looks to the point like he might have been taking something because his
Yeah,
power is no longer lacking there. But then I'm like, okay, his first fight coming back was 154. Then this fight was at 152. Maybe his power doesn't transfer up, which if that's the case, he definitely doesn't want to fight Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank is sleeping. He's a way bigger dude than him.
yeah,
And I think that's why another reason why I think he was doping. He couldn't meet that size. There was no way he was going to go in there as a 147 guy against a 154 Eubank. And I
yeah,
think Eubank's even at 160. I think because didn't he just fight
yeah. He was up there.
Colin Smith or something like that?
Yeah, he was up
If I'm
there.
right, is like a 154, 160 fighter.
I
So he
wanted
a
to see
big
that
dude.
shit though.
Yeah, I want to see that fight too. But I think the only place it takes that you're going to sell and make money from that fight is the UK.
Hey, yeah,
Connor and the two
and I ain't gonna
classic
make that
names.
shit over here. Yeah, that's
No, no, we like Connor has got to like the UK is saying, "Hey, just tell us why you did it, how it got in your system." That's all they want to know. And he's
uh,
like, I ain't doing that. He's sticking to his guns. He didn't do shit. He's like, I didn't do nothing. I don't have to explain myself. And the BBB of C is like, well, then you're not boxing in the fucking UK. So
I
he's
got
had to come over to the States.
I
He's
got something
losing.
for you.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Alicia and Clarissa.
Man, I love Alicia Baumgardner. I love her, bro. Like the
She
first
a
time I
dog.
saw her knock out Terry Harper,
She a dog.
I was like, man. But the minute I saw her at the Clarissa Shields fight, when Clarissa fought her fight against uh legendary chick, Cruz. She's got like 5 names, but Cruz is one of her last names. That fight, bruh, literally, uh, Alicia was in the crowd and she flexed, like, fucking looked ripped.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like, bruh, I was like, "They about to test her." I was like, "They're gonna test her." As soon
yeah,
as I saw that, I was like, "This girl is fucking ripped, bruh." But
yeah.
then,
She been ripped though. If you go
dude,
back to her pictures, she been
I
ripped.
follow her on Instagram. I
Yeah,
follow
me
her on
too.
Instagram. I'll be
Yeah,
following her on there. She is fit. She stays in the gym.
yeah,
She stays active, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Uh, she's disputed all that shit, and like I said, I don't know what fighters do, you know what I mean? I don't ever make a claim that somebody did this or that,
yeah,
I let that shit go through its loop and
yeah,
kinda find out what happens in the end.
yeah,
'Cause Amanda Serrano, who's another beast, I'd love to see her against Amanda Serrano before I
yeah,
would Clarissa Shields, because I think
yeah.
Shields is just too big, that's too much weight for her to make up.
Yeah, she
You know what I mean?
ain't
A girl like Serrano, that's a perfect size, and Amanda Serrano,
see, but now I guess that's the new thing that's kind of trending a little bit now. You peep everybody daring to be great, fight somebody 2 weight classes up. You see
I mean, look,
Charlo did it. First Canelo did it. Then the
yeah,
Charlo said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try it."
I
But
mean, it's
I
nothing
feel like
new.
don't tell her to come down. You got to go up there.
No, 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 you gotta get if she's a champ, you gotta
Yeah,
go to
you got
her.
to go up there.
Clarissa doesn't have to make that fight. She doesn't
Hell
need that fight.
no.
Alicia needs that fight. Clarissa
Yeah,
doesn't
go
need
up
that fight.
there.
So
Go
you
ahead.
gotta go chase the champ. You don't see
Yeah, you
Canelo's
don't
telling
say come
Crawford the
down.
same
You don't
thing.
tell her to come
And
down to
yeah,
147.
nah, and Canelo's telling Crawford the same thing. I'll take
Yeah,
it, but you're gonna come to me. I'm not
yeah,
coming. I'm not meeting you midway. You're gonna come up to my weight if you want to
yeah,
make that fight. And
yeah.
he's a champ. I mean, Crawford's a champ too. And honestly,
I
man,
just
people think
think,
I'm
ooh,
crazy.
this what I that right there, boxing wise, I ain't gonna lie, Canelo ain't gonna be able to fuck with fuck with Bud at all. Like far as like boxing, technique, moving, but and I ain't even gonna say strength because Bud strong as fuck. I was telling
Yeah,
people that like,
yeah,
bruh, dude, I used to watch his Instagram. Everybody that he wrestling with, he bending their ass up like a
yeah,
pretzel,
yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
so
old
his strength
Oklahoma
is
country boy. He's an old
yeah.
Oklahoma country boy. They don't realize he probably out there throwing hay half his damn life. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Working it.
nah, he got a wrestling background.
Oh
That
no shit.
that
Yeah.
wrestling
They
technique,
say
that
he's a
shit,
basketball
all
player,
legs and you
everything.
feel me? Like he got his sons wrestle. They good in wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So he's strong. Like I just feel like fuck it. I don't care. Dare to be great, bro. You already showed you great. Dare to be great.
Yeah.
If you go up and you do lose, you can lose and retire, bro. You going to the like you dare to be great. Like
Yeah.
if you beating though,
Then
oh
you just beat the legend of the
wait.
sport at this point.
And
And then
he's
you
not
just you
unbeatable though.
solidify
That's
your
what
name.
motherfuckers don't know. He's not unbeatable, bro. He's not.
He
Dude
isn't.
is
I've seen in his last few fights. The only thing that I see that Crawford or that Canelo continues to do in every fight, he continues to control the tempo of every fight he's in.
yeah,
He changes every fighter. No matter
yeah,
what style they had, he makes them fight his style.
yeah,
I don't think Crawford's not that dude. He's not gonna
yeah.
let you
Nah,
make
he
him fight
not his
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 style. He gonna be
his
like, "Nah,
not.
nah."
Yeah,
He's too fucking smart.
he like a bully. He not.
Yeah,
You want to be a
exactly.
bully? It's gonna be two bullies fighting each
It's
other.
2 fucking bullies in there.
Fighting
Exactly. That's
and
what makes
Canelo.
that fight so interesting, bro.
Yeah, and I
Because
want to see you.
exactly
That's
what
why
you
I
said,
want to see him fight Benavidez too, because he's a
man.
bully.
Yeah.
You're not about to just bully him. He's not backing
Yeah.
down.
Yep. You're
None of
not
that.
gonna force him to fight your style. You're not gonna keep punching his
None of that.
arms
He
and
gonna fight
doing
how he
that
fight.
shit, getting him
Like,
in the
like,
corner.
like
Like,
I was saying, Caleb Plant was doing good against him, but I just seen that shit every time he hit him. Boom. He
Yep.
hitting that hand, is going down. He letting him hit him now. I say, oh yeah, he about to put
Yeah.
him down.
I think he played with Plant. I love Plant as a fighter. Now that
Yeah.
Plant now, in my opinion, Plant has to fight Charlo at 168. You cannot slap a grown man and
Yeah.
that fight not happen, bro. I'm
Yeah, they
sorry. Like
post that. That's
Charlo
that.
cannot
But
go. He can't. To me, Charlo, in my opinion, if I could write that dude a letter, I would say you can't take any fight but that Caleb Plant fight
yeah,
because
but they
one grown
should.
man can
If
never
they
smack another grown man. You
smart,
got to
that's
take
where the
that.
money gonna be at. That's what the
Fuck
people
yeah,
want to
bro. Like
see.
you know how many
That's
people
what
are
the
gonna be like,
people
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah, that fight.
see.
Show that video
Yeah.
over and over and over
Because can't
before the
neither
fight happens.
because he
And
can't beat Benavides. He can't beat Benavides either.
no,
It's
no,
over.
I
How he
think
just fought his little brother and you came back. But everybody be making that excuse like, oh, they been down for a minute. Man, listen, when you train, you in that motherfucker sparring, you fighting boxers. When you're out, you might have a little ring rust, but it's not no such thing as ring rust if you in the fucking gym.
if you're in the
I
gym
don't get
doing
that
your thing,
ring
staying
rust. Like
active,
now, if
yeah,
you ain't been in the gym at all, and then you come and have a fight, yeah. But once you back in there, you sparring and you sparring motherfuckers, it ain't no ring rust. You getting the ring rust all by sparring and all the other shit. Like so, I don't be getting that ring rust shit, all that, man. Listen, you just going downhill, buddy. That's all that is. Ain't no ring rust getting knocked
I
off
think
of.
it is too, man. He took too much time off,
Yeah.
almost 2 years, almost 3 years. I think it was like two years and like so many months, some shit
When
like
you
that.
hot,
Like
you got to keep going, man. It ain't
yeah,
no I'm out for 2 years. When you hot, because people
yeah,
was getting better. You when you was hot, you was in the gym every day, you was working. You
yeah,
take 2 years off, bro. Yo, I feel like your shit disintegrate. Like
yeah.
you ain't.
Now here's a question for you: Does David Morale is he a threat to David Benavidez?
I like little dude. You talking about he got like 9 fights with a belt.
Yeah, and just
I like the fight I seen he put dude down, but
yeah, yeah.
I
He
gotta see him fight somebody.
That's what I said. He's got to fight more people for me to really say
Yeah,
is he ready for a David Benavidez,
man,
a
David.
Canelo,
That's
a Jaime
he
Magia.
he one of my top guys, man. He in that fight, David, man.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite Mexican fighters, bro.
dude.
Dude, it's the truth. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I like
I get
dude.
what you're
I just
saying because
don't.
I like him a lot,
I don't
but
really be seeing enough of these guys where they name is just popping out of nowhere now. Like I
well,
don't
you
see
know how it
enough
is. As
of
soon
them.
as a guy comes out, gets 9, like if he gets 9 knockouts in his first, they hype him. They be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this dude unreal." But they did that with that Berlanga dude, Edgar Berlanga. You remember
Mm-hmm.
he came out, had like 9 or 10 straight knockouts,
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking he finally got a veteran savvy fighter, and he
Yeah.
didn't look that good. He didn't look that good. Now everybody kind of went off him. I think Berlanga's a tough fight. Like I think Morel could go up against a Berlanga. He could go up against a Jaime Magia. Even a Demetrius Andrade could fight a guy like that to really
Yeah,
test
that's something he got to
for
fight.
me to
Somebody
say,
like
"Hey, fight
Demetrius
these guys."
Andrade.
You know what I mean? Work your
Yeah,
way up that ladder,
do
even
that.
put Plant
Yeah,
on that list
yeah,
because I think
yeah,
Plant is a hell of a test for him too.
yeah.
I like Caleb Plant a lot, but, you know, shit, man, not much more on the show, brother. I don't
Yes,
wanna keep
sir.
you up all night, man, because we could talk about this boxing shit all night. Uh,
Forever.
but, I've been waiting for a minute to get you on here. I started this shit back in April of last
Yeah,
year. And, as soon as I changed the name over, I was Sweet Science, some shit that everybody had, and I
yeah,
was like, "God damn, magazines, everybody called it Sweet Science, fuck
yeah,
that." So I
yeah,
was like, "What the fuck? I'm gonna drink some bourbon and talk some motherfucking boxing, bro." Like,
yeah,
that's what I wanna do. So I brought the bourbon and boxing into it, and I said, "Man, I need my co-host." And
yeah,
immediately you popped up in my head. I promise you, we saw each other at UDF not
yeah,
even a month after that, and I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, shit, I got your
yeah.
number," because I was like, "Man, I don't know how to get a hold of him." I messaged, our old boss at, fucking,
UP,
over there at, what the fuck was it? UPS. I
yeah,
messaged him like, "Hey, you got Spade's number?" He never messaged me back, but I was like, "Fuck,"
yeah,
I was like, "Damn," I was trying to get a hold of you because I was like,
yeah,
"Man, if there's anybody I know who knows his shit and that I would, like, love to have on my show with me, man, just bullshitting, talking boxing, for
yeah,
sure, man," you know what I'm saying? Like, you can
yeah,
even bring your own drink in, man. I'm a bourbon guy. I always have
yeah,
my bourbon ready,
yeah,
rocking it. You can see my back shit. That's
Yeah,
all since
I
like
like the
April, bro.
setup,
Just
man. Yeah, for
backing
sure.
that shit up. Fucking, I do usually on Friday, like I'll do like a bourbon review, things like that on the show. Also, like on a
Okay.
Friday, like I do my Friday breakdowns. Usually is what the
Hmm.
Friday show is, just talking about the fights over the weekend. Then I also got the podcast, which is a Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music. I'm trying to
Okay.
connect up with Apple uh,
Okay.
Music now to get my
Okay.
podcast on there. But I do my Monday recap on the podcast, and then
Yeah.
of course I put the like this breakdown to go on YouTube
Okay.
on the Bourbon and Boxing channel on there. But
Okay.
yeah, man, fucking it's great having you on, man. I'm
Yeah. You
hoping
already
for
know.
sure we can link up a
Yeah.
lot more, man.
Yeah. We're gonna have to link up after these fights, man, for sure.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
know, man. We're gonna have to break them down, recap
Yeah.
them, see
Yeah.
what talk about what we saw for sure,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I tell everybody out there, man, this is Spade and Jeff show now, bro. This is a
Yeah.
Spade and Jeff show. Welcome. This is our first show, man. You can
Yeah.
see the chemistry. I know motherfuckers see. We talk a bunch of shit. They was right. These motherfuckers didn't even stay on course. They
Yeah.
just everywhere with it. But that's how you know we love our boxing, bro. We covered
Yeah.
everything that we missed and with each other in the last few months and shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
uh for sure, man. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, man. Hit that subscribe, that like button, man. Like I said, it's Bourbon and Boxing, episode 46. I'm your host, Jeff. This is your host.
Spade.
All right, man. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for joining us, man. Have yourself a good night.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to stop hitting record on this motherfucker. Because I'm used to my one. Said, oh, here we go. That shit.